My name is Stefano Bernabino. I'm VP of the Olympics production for Discovery Eurosport. That means that I'm in charge across all the markets, all the hub, about the content editorial production of the first coverage of the Olympic Games in such a big scale. It's a big scale because we are producing and covering the Olympics across all Europe, with some specific coverage in 11 markets in which we have localized production. That means that we are bringing a specific coverage with specific channels in Europe. We have Norway and Sweden, which we are free to air. That means that the Discovery Eurosport channels are the only channels and platform delivering the Olympic Games. And then we have on other markets, like for example, Germany, Poland, Italy, UK, Netherlands, Finland, in which we have a dedicated broadcast, localized, but alongside other free to air partner channels. Here we sit in the Eurosport Cube. The Eurosport Cube is a new set design that has been conceived especially for the Olympics in order to produce all different kind of formats in which we can introduce all our top experts, from Martin Schmidt and Sven Annevald in ski jumping, Bode Miller, Lasse Kius, Kjetil André Aamodt in alpine skiing, Peter Forsberg and Kimmo Timonen in ice hockey, all our luge experts. Andre Lange was here as well from a bobsleigh perspective. The idea is to have an immersive environment with LED screen all around the walls and on the floor. Those are LED screens that are managed by a D3 server software and technology that allows to have a dedicated display of all different kind of elements within those LED screens. We have created environments. This is the generic one about PyeongChang, but then all main sports have their own environments in which, thanks to augmented reality technology on our cameras, the environment is immersive and interactive. That means that with the movement of the host on the set alongside the movement of the jib, the scenario all around can move alongside the movement and the people. And we have different enhanced elements coming in to have insight analysis of the sport performance here at the Olympic Games. That means that we can display virtual screens in the walls and having augmented reality graphics coming off those videos and floating in the middle of the cube, where all our experts can really point at at special parts in the body of an athlete, or special elements in the equipment, for example in the luge, in the bobsleigh, or in the ski, to explain what the reason was why that rider or the skiers was faster or slower, and so on. So it's we produce both short form content with all our experts that go on the digital platform, the social media, as well as on our linear coverage. And as well, we use this set to welcome gold medalists from the Olympics and run what we call immersive interviews. That means that instead of asking every time the same question, we have the athletes reacting to their performance, to their joy, to the celebration, and talking and sharing their emotion to the viewers. For example, in a couple of hours, Shaun White, the 3-time gold medalist in snowboard, maybe the greatest sportsman of this PyeongChang Olympics, will be in this set, and he's going to take us through his magnificent run yesterday in round 3 that brought him the 3rd Olympic medal. So this is really the use of technology at the service of content to bring the narrative of sports to the next level. Explain why sport is so specific, and not only to say what the story was, but why that story happened. Discover your sport production footprint here in PyeongChang is very important, both in terms of resources, of people. We have over 1,000 people working here in South Korea, and twice as much back home to bring the Olympic Games across all our markets or across all our platforms. Here we have 3 studios at the IBC, 2 rooftop, Sweden and Norway. We have a smaller UK studio where Jonathan Edwards run daily shows for the UK market. We have the Cube studio within the IBC. Then we have 3 studios at the National Olympic Committee houses we had partnership with. So one of them is German House, where we run exclusively shows on a day-to-day basis with all our great lineup of German experts. from Fabian to Sven, from Martin to Michi Grice. It's a really great asset there for the German coverage, for the live D-Team show every day. Then we have the Swedish arena, that is the Swedish house, and then we have Casa Italia, who is the Italian National Olympic Committee house. But then we have studios back home. So we run the primetime show from Oslo with a great studio there in Norway. We have a great studio in Munich where we run every night our primetime entertainment show there. We have a studio back in Paris where we run Poland. We have a studio back in Milan where we run Italy. Overall, we have more than 10 studios across the world to bring the best coverage of these Olympics.